Hello guys, welcome back. We've got to talk about what just went down because Team Caitlin Clark came away with the win over Team Paige Bueckers. A win is a win, so we'll take it. But if we're being completely honest, the final score wasn't the biggest story. The real conversation is about the product that fans watched. This was supposed to be one of the biggest showcases of the WNBA season, and instead it felt like an exhibition that never really got out of first gear. From the opening tip, you could tell the intensity just wasn't there. Players were smiling, jogging up and down the floor, barely playing any defense, and it never felt like anyone was truly competing. Yeah, it's an all-star game, but fans still expect effort. They pay good money for tickets, tune in on television, and support this league because they want to be entertained. Instead, what they got was a game that looked more like a casual scrimmage than a showcase of the best talent in women's basketball. Even Caitlin Clark seemed frustrated at different moments. She started the game exactly how fans wanted, grabbing the ball and immediately knocking down a deep logo three. The crowd exploded because that's what people came to see. She followed it up with another smooth jumper and looked ready to put on a show. But as the game continued, the energy disappeared. At the end, she even turned the ball over trying to find Kahleah Mitchell, and that pretty much summed up the night. Now, here's what really stands out. Caitlin Clark has built a reputation for caring about the fans. Whether people love her or hate her, one thing is hard to deny. She understands why people buy tickets. That's why so many fans connect with her. While people online spend all day nitpicking her game or looking for reasons to criticize her, her relationship with the fans has remained one of her biggest strengths. Meanwhile, the WNBA continues to send mixed messages. The league constantly puts Caitlin Clark front and center. Every camera follows her, every microphone is pointed at her, every promotional clip seems to revolve around her. They clearly want her to be the face of the league, but at the same time, they keep placing her under a microscope. It's almost like they're asking her to carry the league while giving her every reason to become frustrated. During this All-Star game, Caitlin was mic'd up for everyone to hear. Cameras followed her throughout the entire day, capturing every reaction and every conversation. It's obvious the league knows Caitlin Clark attracts attention, drives ratings, and keeps fans engaged. But if that's the case, shouldn't the rest of the event match that level of excitement? Instead, many fans walked away feeling disappointed. Social media immediately filled with complaints about the lack of effort, the slow pace, and the overall entertainment value. That's not the kind of reaction a league wants when it's trying to grow its audience. And here's where the criticism starts. Some people believe the players are giving fans a product that simply isn't worth the hype. You can call it buffoonery, you can call it coasting, or even say fans are getting scammed because they're paying to watch the best players compete, not just go through the motions. If the league wants bigger ratings and more respect, these showcase events have to feel important. With all of that being said, let's break down the biggest highlights, the key moments, and especially what Caitlin Clark had to say before halftime. Because once you hear her comments while she was mic'd up, you might understand why so many people believe she's growing more frustrated with the way things are being handled around the WNBA.
I'm going to you next because you set the tone right out of the gate. You came out firing and kind of
pick it up. I think we should pick it up more. Come on, let's play a little bit.
Play a little bit. I like it. It has set a different tone. Why did you want to do that?
I mean, I think these fans, they pay a lot of money to get in the door. Let's not just walk around. We don't need to go 100%, but let's pick it up and have some fun for them.
Okay, your team was down by 10. Now you've taken a big lead. How do you tend to set that tone for the second half here, NECA?
We're going to keep going. You keep going.
Caitlin is happy.
Let's go.
With two in the second half. Okay, I like the energy. I like it, ladies. Jess, you're first up.
Highest attendance WNBA All-Star Game. Now this is Caitlin said, "I love my big three so much. Caitlin Clark, Kahleah Mitchell, and Aaliyah Boston forever."
They were like, oh, we got you. That's how we're going to play. But Court said we're not letting back in this game, so I'm going to hold her to that.
Well, we got a little surprise for you here, Caitlin, because not only do you have the headset on, your teammate Kahleah Mitchell has the headset on as well. All right, now Now, Kelsey, you haven't isolated on Caitlin at all for a blow-by yet. Is that coming?
Kelsey, you know better than that, sweetie.
We already had a talk, unfortunately, guys.
Yeah.
We stand together.
She picked my pocket, so she better not do that to me.
It's out of love, though.
I know. You got me.
So are you allowed to embarrass other people but just not one another or Aaliyah
we
in
got a
this
family
game?
vibe going. Yeah, we got a whole family thing going right now. We just try to stick together, y'all.
We talked about it a little with Aaliyah before the game, guys, but how would you describe the connection that you three have and the friendship you three have built?
Man, we like a trio, man. We done built bonds over time for so many years to come, and I think that the more and more we gel together, the greatness is going to, show itself. And I just think that our relationship as people, as humans, is what make the greatest things happen.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just really special for our organization, for all three of us to be here, and they're two really special people in my life, and two people I care about way more as people than as teammates. And
I agree.
The love that we have for one another, I think that shows on the court, and we've been kind of able to find our groove. We really haven't played a lot of games together since 2024, so a little bit rusty, but when we're flowing together, man, we're a hard trio to stop. So just really thankful for them too, and hopefully we keep it going this last 17 games we got.
Well, look, we appreciate both of you. Kelsey, Caitlin's made it clear. Team Spoon's playing hard down the stretch here.
Yeah.
So we're going to see what Team Coop has in that department.
Yeah, we can't get blown out.
They're fighting. We gotta hold them off, though.
All right, enjoy, ladies. Thanks for joining us.
Of course.
Thanks, guys.
We will see. Please join us as we honor America. Right now, we are going to check in with Holly Rose. The entire crowd is swag surfing here at United Center. What a shot.
Well, you talk about history in the United States. We have made more of a night in this building. Look at these fans. Attendance record in WNBA All-Star Game history. 19,783 in the 30th season of the WNBA. Attendance is up around the league. Ratings are up for all of our network partners. There has never been more hype, more excitement, and you can feel it in the building. When the swag surf is rocking, you've made a little history today.
Shout out to Caitlin Clark for actually going out there and trying to put on a show. Whether you love her or hate her, one thing was obvious from the opening minutes. She understood the assignment. Fans showed up expecting entertainment, and Caitlin Clark at least made an effort to give them something worth remembering. Marina Mabrey found her early. Caitlin Clark was pulling up from the parking lot, knocking down deep threes, and for a brief stretch, the crowd finally had something to cheer about. She came out aggressive on both ends of the floor. You actually saw Caitlin Clark playing offense and defense. She was chasing loose balls, trying to jump passing lanes, looking for steals, and competing harder than what you'd normally expect from an all-star game. Meanwhile, Marina Mabrey was firing up shots from everywhere. To her credit, she got hot early, but once that initial excitement faded, the entire game slowed down into something that honestly became difficult to watch. Outside of Dominique throwing down that dunk, which was absolutely fire and one of the few legitimate highlights, the product just fell apart. Angel Reese missed multiple layups, players were jogging through possessions, defense was practically non-existent, and it looked like everyone was simply waiting for the final buzzer instead of trying to give fans a memorable showcase. That's the biggest issue. The WNBA keeps talking about growing the game, but moments like this do the exact opposite. Caitlin Clark seems to be one of the few players constantly thinking consumer first. She understands that fans are spending their hard-earned money to watch these games. Those people are buying tickets, traveling across the country, purchasing merchandise, and supporting the league. They deserve effort in return. Look at the numbers. Before Caitlin Clark entered the WNBA, average All-Star Game tickets could be found for around $30. During her rookie season, prices jumped to roughly $118. When she was injured, prices dropped back to around $71. Now, in Caitlin Clark's third season, the cheapest seats were approaching nearly $400. Think about that for a second. Fans paid almost $400 just to get into the building, and this was the effort they received? Jonquel Jones walked away with MVP. Olivia Miles nearly recorded a triple-double. The stat sheet might look impressive, but anybody who actually watched the game knows the numbers don't tell the full story. There was almost no defense, very little intensity, and hardly any real competition. It honestly felt like the game should never have happened. Caitlin Clark even hinted at that frustration before halftime while she was mic'd up on national television. She basically challenged everyone by saying they could play harder for the fans because people paid a lot of money to be there. That's what stood out the most. She wasn't talking about herself. She was talking about the people sitting in those seats who expected something better. Some players understand that responsibility, and others clearly don't. That's why nobody should be surprised if fans eventually stop spending their money. If you're charging premium ticket prices, then the product has to justify the cost. Right now, far too many people are walking away disappointed. Whether it was Angel Reese struggling around the basket, Olivia Miles missing shots, Gabby Williams having a rough performance, or Kahleah airballing a mid-range jumper, the overall quality simply wasn't there. Outside of Caitlin Clark's early explosion and Dominique Malanga's dunk, there just weren't many moments worth celebrating. At this point, maybe the league needs to rethink the entire All-Star weekend. Either eliminate the game altogether and simply announce the All-Star selections, or give players the weekend off to rest before returning to meaningful basketball. Because asking fans to spend hundreds of dollars for a performance like this isn't sustainable. That's my take on it. Get down in the comments and let me know what you think. Did the WNBA All-Star Game meet your expectations, or was this one of the weakest showcases we've seen? Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share the channel.
How are you? You just hit me with your trunk. How dare you? Are you having fun? As much fun as Liberty games, though? Really? Wow, okay. Good for you. That's awesome. Do you like the keeper? So. You like playing us when you win. All right, good to see you.